Yep. Arratsaldeon.
Your L is.
Arratsaldeon.
Arratsaldeon.
Moshondo.
What's Gabon?
So yeah, can anybody tell me what these three common greetings are?
Good morning.
And how do you say it?
Everyone.
Egunon.
Chalderon. Good afternoon. Gabon. Good night.
Gabon. Good
Oh,
night.
she's good.
Moshondo.
Those three I knew.
Are you guys all familiar with these? Have you guys all seen these? All right. Yeah, did we do it?
A little bit.
Yeah, this is good. You know, this class is going to go like this. It's good to, you know, we go over things again, you know. So these are all just like they are in English, where it's good morning, good afternoon, and good night, okay? Gabon really comes from, this is the only kind of anomalous one because it's one word, it's not two like these. And what it really comes from is gaon. And so it's really just phonetic how it's said, which is gaon, but you can also say gaon. See how they're very similar? That,
Sounds the same.
yeah, you move through that B pretty quickly. It's gabon, you know? And gao is night. So egun is day, gao is night, and arratsalde is afternoon, right? And on, like we went over last time, is good. Yeah, on, good afternoon. Arratsalde on. Egun on. And unlike here in English, where you say, where it's common to say good day, you know, you can say good day. They don't really say that. I've been in fights over this with them, where I will say egunon in the afternoon, and they're like, no, you can't say that. It's arratsaldeon. And I go, look, egunon literally means good day. Egun is not morning. Right? Egun is day. But for them, it's used specifically for the greeting for good morning. That's what it is. It's good morning, right? But, you know, whatever. Egunon, arratsaldeon. Exactly, whatever. I will also say gabon to people first thing in the morning. Very funny as well. And they look at you like, what? But sometimes after a long night, it's like, you know, it's all right.
Still dark out.
Right, yeah.
Would you guys all just like to say these a couple times? We'll say it together. Egunon, egunon, arratsaldeon, howdy, berandutzaileak.
Ulay.
Yeah, it's like, I don't even know if it's a real word. It's like people who like the laters.
Where's later?
How are you, Wyatt?
Good, you?
Good, nice to see you. I got something for you.
Oh,
Get
perfect.
you up to speed. Now, I was going to, there you are. Thank you. You're welcome. I was going to post the books that we were using on the YouTube description, but my aunt warned me against it because of possible copyright stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I mean, whatever. I'm not too concerned. Like, and I would like to tell people what it is that we're using. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But yeah, so that's one of the books. I have another one for you guys that I would like to introduce you to. For everybody that doesn't know, this is Wyatt. Wyatt?
Hey,
Nice to
Wyatt.
meet you. I'm going to show you how to introduce yourself, Wyatt.
Well, good.
There's no hand holding in this class. You're going to get thrown right into it. Look at this nice little eraser.
Knocked out already.
Look at that. Thank you, Dean.
Yeah, see, that's why he didn't come to, and he gave you that for the video, right? So, you know.
this is how you say I am who you are. This is ni Etíen nice. Etasu. Can you say that? Can you say ni?
Ni Wyatt nice etasu.
Etasu. Moshondo. Ni Etíen nice. We've all done this. This was the second day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I'm just, do you have a notebook?
Not on me right now.
Okay.
No.
Do you need a pen? You can just write on
I have a pen.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm good.
You can, anything that I have on the whiteboard,
Yeah.
I recommend just writing it down if you can. Renee texted me yesterday very properly. And it's kind of weird because we don't do this in English. We don't say, when we text somebody, like maybe they don't know whose number it is, we always say, this is, right? This is Etienne, or this is Robert, you know, I got your number from so-and-so. But in Basque, the greeting that they do for that is, ni is Etienne nice. It's always, that's how they say this is Etienne, right? And Renee texted me that. She said, ni Renee nice, I will be in class tomorrow. And that's very good, you know. I was very happy that you said that, because that's totally proper. Yeah, and that's like, I mean, when people get a hold of you, they say, you know, Jure nice, Etienne nice, you know, I got, you know, so and so gave me your number, which is like, that's really good. A little thing that I want to explain about this. So, this is the really cool thing about Basque. We've kind of gone over this, where the verbs contain all of the information, right? This is the verb, right? Nice. This is I am. This is I in parentheses am, okay? So what you can do is you can omit, and this isn't super advanced. I mean, it's however far ahead that it is, but I just want to expose you to it. You can omit the ni. So you can just say Etienne nice, Robert nice, Renee nice, Noel nice, Angie nice, Katie nice, right? So this will only ever mean I am, right? When you use ni, it actually emphasizes the me in it, right? So ni Etienne nice. If somebody is like, you know, who is Etienne in a classroom? Nor than Etienne, right? Ni Etienne nice, right? But just in a casual introduction with somebody, and you're introducing each other or yourselves, you can just say Etienne nice. You know, you don't have to put the emphasis on me. And so also with that is like when you say stuff like I went over. Let's just whip it out. Go back over this. Today's kind of like a all over, because not everybody's here, and I don't want to get like too far ahead. So we're just gonna, you know, do some stuff that's not necessarily out of the book, and kind of just keep showing you guys some cool stuff. So. This is sweet. Yeah, you wrote that home? All right. So this is super, I mean, this is a ways down the road, but I just want to explain some things to you. You don't have to look at this for now. This isn't, that's not everything at the moment. But what can you see? Can everybody see this? Okay. What I want to show you is this. This is Nork, right? And this is, I was doing some research, and it's, I don't want to say it's exactly like, because I'm not sure the full linguistic scope, I guess, that it covers. But what Nork is like who and whom. Okay, and the difference there is subject and object. who is relates to the subject, right? And whom relates to an object. And so when you say I love you, right? Whom do I love? Whom do I love, right? And that's you. I love you, right? But it gets kind of confusing, and nobody ever explained it to me like that. I was always just looking for how it is in English, but it's kind of the inverse of that, the opposite of that, where this is me, this is I, and I love you, is this side, okay? And this is the nork, okay? T means I, or me, this ending, right? You is saitu, right? And so to say I love you is maite saitut, okay? Maite means love, saitu is you, and the T is me, right? I love you. Right? You see that? Maite saitut. And this is how they give these to you. This is because you build these verbs, right? Maite saitut is I love you. Maite now su is you love me, right? Maite gaitu su, you love us. Maite ditut, I love them. And this is, you don't have to. I'm just exposing you guys to some stuff, okay? The reason I want to show you this is because the omission of me is very common. Many times in conversation, they don't use the nor, the personal verb, the pronoun, the ni, su, gu, suek, right? They just use the verb. Nice, sada, you are. Gara, we are. Sarete, you plural are. Dida, they are, right? And so when you say something like this, like maite saitut, I love you, somebody says to you, maite saitut, which means I love you. You can say etanik, which means and me, as well as, you don't say, oh, as well do I. That's not but that's what it means. But you just say, and me, right? And me, what you're really saying is me, you, Somebody says, maite saitut, you say, etanik. Okay? To emphasize, that's an emphatic. That's going etanik, right? Rather than saying, maite saitut to you as well, right? So you say, maite saitut etanik. Okay, etanik. And me, right? I love you as well, right? But what you can, this is the emphatic. You can say etanik su, right? You're emphasizing you again, right? Like this I do. Etanik su, and I love you as well, right? Are you guys following me?
Yes.
Okay. This is not very complicated, but it is brand new, and it's a little further. I'm just going over the thing of omission and emphasis. What this is all pertaining to is emphasis in speech, right? We do this a very similar thing in English. When somebody says "I love you," you go, "Me too." I love you as well, right? It's not our language isn't built the same way, and so it is always said differently. But this is what makes Basque incredibly handy and very cool in that sense. Is somebody says "Maite saitut," I love you. Etanik su, I love you. How also you can say this. So I say this to my aunt. I say "Maite saitut." We started speaking Ika, which is which is the yao, right? That's for you. So it's instead of maite saitut, it's maite yao. And she always says that back to me. She says, etanik, right? And I go, Weez, I think it's better to say etasu, right? Because when you put the emphasis on etanik, it's putting the emphasis on you, right? On her, right? When she says etanik, she's saying and me, right? Like me loves you, right? But if you say etasu, and it probably wouldn't be said like that. Like when somebody says maite saitu, you don't just say etasu. What you say is etasu nik. Etasu nik, right? You see how these are, right? This is the same thing, right? Just flipped, right? The emphasis changes when you say etanik su. Really, the emphasis is on nik. It comes first. Right? And here, etasu nik. The emphasis comes on you, right? This is what this verb means. Su nik, right? Su, saitu, and nik is the T, right? This verb is the information of you and me, right? Maite saitut. Also, to really emphasize it, you can say nik, su, maite saitut. And that's it's a double emphasis on you and me. Nik, su, maite saitut. Right? But this is how it's most commonly said, because this verb contains everything. It contains you and me.
Yeah.
So you understand what I'm saying about it being an emphasis? Because all of the verbs in Basque, this is always me. This is always him. This is always us. This is always you. This is always you plural. This is always them. Same thing over here. That's what they mean. That's what those verbs mean. And so when you add an additional me or su or nik, suk, you are emphasizing, right? To that point, you guys get up here. And you don't, if you guys are just following along with me and engaging, you guys have questions about this? Somebody ask me something. Please.
You said like a different word, like how in conversation, I don't know.
Saitu?
Yeah, or just the format, I guess.
Yeah. So right. So this is really cool. So this is nor, right? This isn't nor, which is something else, right? This is wonderful. You good on this? You good on this? This is when it's gonna click. I promise you. Gaur goizean ikusi zaitut. This morning I saw you. Ikushi, saw. Ikushi zaitut, I saw you. Maite zaitut, I love you. Ikushi zaitut, I saw you. Right? Ikushi zaitut. You guys understand that? God goizean. Goizean is morning. This is how morning is said. You only ever say goizean when it's just morning. Like yeah, I don't have a good example, but this is this morning. Gaur means today. Gaur means today. Okay, but you never say goise on how. which is how it directly translates to English. It's gaur goisean, this morning, today's morning. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to, I know that last word, see-tooth.
Saitut.
But is that, huh?
Saitut.
Statute.
Yep. That's okay. It's okay.
Okay, is that the French side that I learned? I guess. Might be
See-tooth?
see-tooth.
Yeah, yes.
So, but this is like, what? What is this?
This is I.
Side-tooth is,
This is I.
no, I'm talking about the pronunciation.
Yeah, Saitut.
Side-tooth.
Saitut. Z-A-I-T-U-T. Saitut.
But I learned it see.
Yeah, see-tooth.
See-tooth.
Yeah, I don't really know how they say it or don't say it in the north. I'm sure that it is. That sounds correct because it's not nice, it's nice.
You were like on the Spanish side, right?
Yeah, the southern side.
Okay.
But that's unimportant. This is how it's said. Everybody understands this. This is
Oh,
not.
okay.
That's all just dialectal.
Oh, okay.
This is core Basque. Those verbs don't change across the
Okay.
dialects.
So
Pronounce- yeah.
Ikusi, now that's in the present tense, I see you, not I saw you.
Ikushi is an infinitive. Okay? You guys know what infinitives are?
Nope.
No.
Infinitives, the infinitive verb form, is the verb form that all of the tenses come from, right? So ikushi is the infinitive, right? What does infinite mean? Infinite means forever,
Ongoing.
right?
Forever.
Right. So the infinitive form is the form where every tense comes off of it, right? Right. So ikushi is the infinitive. Infinitives in Basque are used with verbs for past tense. Okay? So ikushi is just how we say this, what it really is. Ikushi by itself means see or to see, right? But used in this is saw. Okay? Gargoy saying ikushi saitu. Okay, this morning I saw you. Okay? And I'll go over these tenses. If you guys just want a brief little, just to see it with one word, it's good. You guys can write these in your notes.
What would you say if you used I see you? Like I see you?
Yes, right now, I see you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Is that ikusten dut?
Oshondo, ikusten,
Ikusten.
not dut. Ikusten dut
To
is,
see is,
no, ikusten dut is just I see. Ikusten dut.
Okay.
It doesn't mean ikusten, I see you. Ikusten dut is I see, right?
Okay.
So ikusten, this is what's called the habitual tense. Habitual. Ikusten saitut, I see you. Like right now, okay? The habitual tense is, what is that? The habitual, that is doing. That is doing, right? Right now, all of us, don't get confused. We are Ikasten. Ikasten is studying. Ikusten is seeing. Ikasten is studying. And you don't have to put these right next to each other in the book. It's better to learn one word, like when these words are close like that. It's better to learn the one word fully, like ikushi, and knowing that IKUSI is see, and having that locked down, and then learning ikashi. If you're trying to learn them at the same time, you can prolong the process because they're close, right? They're just one letter apart, right? So we're just going over. I mean, this is like, I'm just exposing you guys to some stuff, to some cool elements of the language. Okay. So this is ikusten saitut, I see you, right? Ikasten arigara, we are studying, we are learning. That's what that means. Okay. This ari, does anybody have a clue what that is? Ari is a verb of to be doing. Okay, so you use that when you are doing something. Ikasten arinas. I am studying. And gara, can anybody tell me what this means? Gara.
Gara, yes.
Yeah?
Somewhere.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's really we are with we in parentheses. Exactly. Does anybody have some questions about this? And again, this is all real. I'm giving you guys a heads up. And this is how it goes, because the fact that I am exposing you to this now, like you're gonna have some notes about it, right? Don't panic, don't look into it. But when this comes up again, it will not be so intimidating. You will see it again and you go, I remember this. And maybe I didn't fully understand it, but this is the second time now seeing it. And everybody else, the people that aren't here today, are gonna go, oh shit. And you guys are gonna go, no, that's what that means. You know? And even if you don't fully believe it yourself or fully understand it, the exposure is very positive, I promise you. Questions about that?
What was Ari again?
Adi means to be doing. It's a verb to be doing, right? It's interesting. We don't have that in English, but again, it's very useful. You use that when you are doing something. Adi. Right? Questions?
No.
Yeah. Are you lost?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. The fact that you're here, you're paying attention, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's
The only reason I remember the Kushin is when one of the classes, remember when he was talking about Sakura, the dog
Yep.
story?
Chakura.
Yeah, and you explained.
Beste Chakurabati Kusten.
Yeah, yeah. Or is Sakura ikusten dut to see a dog, right? Ugh. It's fucking screwing my head up.
Oh, I see a dog.
Ugh.
I see a dog.
Yeah, I see a dog.
I'm not gonna give you guys all the tenses,
All the way?
the tenses, because we're just not gonna go there, but I got 3 up here. I got the infinitive, the habitual, and so I told you guys what we taught about ko and go.
Yes.
Right? Can anybody recall what ko, the suffix ko and go means?
From?
Yep.
Of,
From,
of.
Exactly. From/of. That is only one instance of what ko or go means. Okay? What ko really means, and this is the thing, is it's always distinguished by context. Context is huge, okay? You will only ever say of or from when it's of or from something, right? It cannot be of seeing, of to see, right? That's not a thing, right? You can be from Gardnerville, Koa, nice, right? You can be from the mountain, Mendikoa, right? It can be from over there, Angoa, right? You guys all follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Ko is the future tense. Ko means will. Ko means will. Okay?
Oh, fuck.
No, it's
No,
okay.
but
Yeah.
code.
So it's
Okay,
will
like
see.
for example,
Is that what it is?
Exactly. So just going along with this, and maybe I'm screwing you guys up by using the saikut. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna just keep using it because we're already on it. Yeah, what does this say? Ikushiko saitut.
you,
I will see you.
Oh,
Excellent, Grandma.
you,
Excellent.
something clicked.
It's ticking.
Something
It's
finally
ticking.
clicked.
Exactly. Ikushiko saitut.
I was-
Gero, ikushiko saitut. I will see you later. Right? Ikushiko saitut. In English, we say that will, that future tense. This is complicated. English, we take it for granted how easily we speak this language. How we use future tense, habitual tense, past tense it's a doozy in English. I mean, it is an absolute doozy where those verbs go. I will see you, right? It makes no other sense in any other form. You cannot say, I, you, see, will. You can't say, I see, will, you, I, will see. You can't do any of that, right? It's I will see you, right? Ikushiko saitu. This is 2 words. In English, it's 4 separate words. This is everything. This is how streamlined they got this language. We're not messing around, okay? Ikushiko saitu. The future tense always goes with the main verb. This is called adits nagushia, which means main verb. Aditsa is verb. That's a good thing to know. I didn't learn any of this until very recently, but we might as well just start, being exposed to it. Aditsa verb. Aditsa. And nagushia, this is a good one to know. Nagushia means chief, principal, boss, main. Right? Like Marie Louise, nere nagushiada. Marie Louise is my boss. Nagushia. Adits nagushia is the main verb. Right? The main verb in a sentence, right? So that will, the future tense, always goes with this is the main verb. And this is all, I mean, we're really getting out there. But this is fun. I'm having fun explaining this, okay? And I hope you guys are at least catching somewhat of the drift.
We're having fun messing with our minds.
Yes, I am. She got it. She was rocking, Grandma. So ikushiko, this is will see. This is what this says. Will see you, I. Right? See how that's not English, is it? No. See, will, you, I. But what it really says is I will see you. Ikushiko saitu. And just a tip from me, I highly recommend you're gonna have to come to terms with it on your own and in your own time, but you will learn the further into Basque that you get that to us it's very foreign. Like you can never say that. See, will, you, I, right? Where you're like, okay, how is it? How do they understand this, right? You will learn that word order is far less important than you think. Things in different languages are in different orders. And it's weird at first. It takes a while to really like come to terms with it, but you will, and you go. It doesn't matter if you and I is at the beginning, in the middle, at the end. The information's there, and each language, the grammar is built for whatever information is there, right? It's not, you're not forcing anything. This is how it is. This is how it's built, right? And these verbs. Remember, Basque is subject, object, verb, right? English is subject, verb, object, right? I love you, right? That's subject, object, that's subject, verb, object. Love is the verb, right? In Basque, it's maite saitu. Love, you and I. The you and I is the subject, the object. What it really is the verb, right? And that always comes at the end. The saitu, right? Kushiko, see, will, you, I will see you. Kushiko saitu, right? You guys follow me on that?
Mm-hmm.
Might be over explaining a lot. I don't mean to. Questions?
You can say that backwards, like
Nope. Never. These verbs, the verbs, always at the end. Always. Right? And how I gave you guys that example, you guys okay on this? How I gave you guys that example of how to say what my name is, right? I have the name Etíen, right? The other way of saying it, which is no la Suisana, Etíen Lekunberri, right? This, you see this? Dut, right? Etíen Lekunberri, that's how it's said, right? You can also say Etíen Lekunberri, right? And that is, I would say they're both the same, but in terms of, I don't know, overall, this dut is always at the end. Ogeta lao urte ditut. You see this? Dut or ditut. This is plural.
Oh.
This is I have, that's what that means. But this is when it's plural, right? 24 years, 24 something is plural, right? Again, I'm getting way far out there. But just to show you, you never say, Ogeta lao ditut urte, right? Urte is year, right? You never, it's always Ogeta lao urte ditut, right? Etíen Lekunberri, Etíen Lekunberri. There are some things where they're ambiguous. They can be said multiple ways, and they're still correct. Questions?
And even if you did do it backwards, that's just
Right.
That's just poor Basque speaking,
It's
but they'll
poor Basque
still
speaking.
know it.
Right. If you say Saitut Maite, they're gonna go, fuck. Where did you learn Basque? But yes, everything is there. I mean, all the information is there. That can only mean one thing, Saitut Maite, right? But that is not how it's said. It's Maite Saitut, right? Ikusten Saitut, I see you, right?
Okay, what does dut Isina mean?
Dutisana means I have the name.
Oh, okay.
I have the name.
Isina's
Etíen.
name, right?
Isana's name.
And
Dut
dut
means
I
I
have.
have, yeah. I mean, yes. Doesn't directly translate like that, but yes, that's what it means.
Is that years? What does it
Urte is year.
say? Year?
Yep, year,
Okay.
year. Again,
Year, dute is I have.
the dut, I have, plural.
I
Yep.
have.
And again, this is crazy what I'm telling you guys. And I'm not trying to get you guys,
I'm just trying to confuse this.
no, I'm just trying to, again, it's the exposure.
Yeah, right.
You know, like people go really slow with this stuff, and trust me, we're gonna be going real slow. We're gonna jump right back into that packet and keep hammering away at that packet. But a lot of people, when they try to teach a language, Basque especially, they're always very concerned about showing too much too soon to students. They go, no, don't show them that, don't show them that. You know, you're not ready for this, right? There is no such thing. The language is the language. I cannot hide the truth from you. You know, this is what it is. This isn't going to change. This hasn't changed in tens of thousands of years. You haven't been exposed to it, right? And all in good time you will be. But to act like I can be some gatekeeper of what the language is and go, you're not ready for this. You know, that's silly to me. Doing little stuff like this and just giving you a little exposure, little tidbits, I think is beneficial, because when I was studying from the very low level, I would skip ahead into the book. I'd be on page 10 and I'd go to page 100 and just see what was happening, right? And I'd get there and I'd go, okay, wow, I recognize one word in this sentence. I don't know what anything else in here means, but I would read it and I'd go, okay, like this is, wow, they're getting into like, whatever. And keep doing that, keep just exposing myself. And by the time I actually got there with studying, it wasn't just like a brand new concept, right? I had been exposed to it, I had seen it, didn't understand it. I'm not asking any of you guys to understand what I'm showing you right now. I'm just trying to show it to you.
Right.
And is that all good? I mean, are you guys?
I'm
following me at least?
Uh-huh.
It's not just totally like crazy? Okay. Questions? Does anybody have questions? Anything at all?
So on that door, could you break that, all those down for us?
Yeah, this?
Yeah.
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 What they mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So again,
And how you use them, so.
right. So this is, you guys remember this? Yep. You guys can identify what these mean.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. That's very good, right? How about you guys, how about you do that for me?
I am. You are.
He,
Well, that's.
Yeah, forget about the second one. But ni nice,
Be nice. I am.
I am. Berada,
He is.
beautiful. Gugara, we are. Susara, you are.
Zuen.
Suexarete, yep, you plural are. Hayagdita, they are. They are. How many of you guys knew that 3 weeks ago?
I forgot it all.
It's okay. That is wonderful that you can identify those. I mean, that is huge. That is, you are learning. This is actually sticking in your brain, right? That's as good a progress as I could possibly ask for,
Okay,
right?
say all that in English.
Ni nice, I am.
Be nice, I am,
I am.
okay.
Ni nice, I am. Berada, he, she, him, her, or it is. Gugara, we are. Susara, you are. Suexarete, you plural are. Hayek dida, they are. Okay? So this is nor. Nor means who. Okay? This is nor nork. Okay? This does not mean who. And okay, that's not this is I am, right? I can't remember what that is. If it's a pronoun, these are pronouns. I think. Okay. This is we don't have this in English, okay? We use I for I am, I have, I was, I gave you, I love you, I say, I come, I go, I speak, I walk, I would, I should, I can't, I can, right? You guys following me? These are, we have no idea the English that we know, right? All of those verbs, right? Walk, come, go, am, would, should, could, can, can't, give, I give. Those are, we always use I, right? I, you, right? I am, I see you, I am 24 years old, I walk, I come, I go, I would, I should, I could, I can, I can't, I give you, right? In Basque, there are verbs for all of those things. So I am is ni nice, right? Again, that I is always there, just like in English, right? But the verbs change for these, okay? So this is nice, I am. That is all that means. That can mean one thing. That means ni nice, I am, okay? Nor nork. This dud, du, dugu, dusu, dusue, dute, okay? This means it's like, it's possessive. It's possessive, okay? It translates to I have, okay? Right? but it doesn't. That is not what it means. It's used in different ways. But when I say ni ogeta lau urte ditut, means I have 24 years, right? That's how you say I am 24 years old. I have 24 years, right? And this is far out. This is some good exposure, okay? These verbs are used as such. Right? This is the thing. These verbs, once you get to know, familiar with these, they're kind of strange. They're not really strange. The stay and the T for I am. Everything else, you guys just told me what all of these mean. Because you can identify, right? Gu su suek, right? Gu su sue, right? This will always mean we or us. This will always mean you. This will always mean you plural. This will always mean me, that T. This will always mean them or they, that stay, okay? Ogeta lau urte ditusu, or oge urte ditusu. Can anybody take a guess of what that means?
Are you 20 years old?
Are you 20 years old? Are you 20 years old? That's what it means. What it's actually saying is, do you have 20 years? Do you have 20 years, okay? So I'm just giving you guys, right? All this is plural of this. These are the same, okay? Just plural. There's no other difference, okay? Can anybody tell me what that says?
Ser what ikusten
Ser ikusten duzu.
duzu.
Ser ikusten duzu. Nope. Good try, good try.
What?
Ser ikusten duzu.
See.
Nope. You're close. This isn't study. This is
To see.
right. So what do you think it is?
What do you see?
What do you see? What do you see? Very good. Very good. Ser ikusten duzu. What do you see? Right? Right. That's impressive. That's very good that you guys are nailing that down. That's ser ikusten duzu. I'm showing you this to show you the difference. Okay. This doesn't always mean you have. It's not always that possessive. Here it is. Oge urte dituzu. You have 20 years. Right? Ser ikusten duzu. What do you see? Okay? And a very easy way to remember this. Do you know how closely this resembles do you in English? Dusu, do you. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fucking coincidence out of coincidences. I've always been stunned by that those are that close, because that is literally what this means. What see do you? What do you see? That's the literal translation. Okay? The direct translation is something else, right? But that is what that means in English. What do you see? Okay? Right? Isn't that something?
That's cool.
That's cool. No, that's very cool, right? You guys have questions about this?
Oh, tons, but right?
Ask away.
Asking.
No, it's good.
No, just I think it's very positive that you are diving us.
Yeah. No, because what gets monotonous and what gets boring and what gets just like where it makes you want to have enough of it because it can go so slow in a class is, you're on chapter 1 for, forever. And you're going, look, I know how to say table, I know how to say chair, I know how to say that table, that chair, right? And it's like, okay, I think lack of context, I think lack of exposure, they're always so cautious in over-explaining and giving you too much too quickly. But I think not giving you enough is just as detrimental. Like, you know, you dry it out. There's no context. There's no, you go, okay, like, what else? I mean, come on. I'm not, and you're not gonna ever fully understand everything before you gotta move on. I mean, you gotta, that's what incorporation is. You gotta be able to keep going forward, keep exposing yourself to new things. And what I noticed in myself was taking a break from it and going on to something completely new, your brain digests it.
Mm-hmm.
And the next time you come back to it, you might have been struggling with it like weeks before, and you just left it. You go, I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm gonna just look at something else. The next time you see it, it makes perfect sense. It makes actually perfect sense, right? And that's impressive. I don't know what that's about, but taking breaks, moving on to different things, even if you don't fully understand it, it's a very positive thing. So this stuff, like, I mean, I don't remember when I got into this stuff, but it was a ways in. I mean, I was on chapter 1 and 2 for like a long time, and it was my own doing of jumping forward, exposing myself, looking at different things that I was, you know, that ultimately, you know, it brings things about, right? Do you guys have questions about this? I heard you guys talking.
Yeah, we're confused between the Duke and the Duke. So
The Duke and the Do? Yeah, so this is Ika.
that's
Okay.
the, okay.
This is the one, I only put it up here because this is the full proper chart. Ice, forget about it.
So the do is the he,
He, she, him, her, right? And that's always super easy because that it never has, when it's he, she, him, her, that's a third person. That's what you're talking about, third person, right? Third person never has anything. Berada, right? Do, ditu, do, doesn't even have anything over here. To say, does he love you? Maite saitu? Because there's nothing over there, right? That means what the full thing is, they omit that, but it's berak, maite saitu, berak, bera, right? Does he love you, right? And so this is Ika. And the reason there's a K and an N is because it's female and male. Forget about it. I'm already screwing you up. We don't have to get into Ika, yeah. But any more questions about that? I mean, tell me something. Ask me some other way to use it. You got a question, Wyatt? Come on, ask me something.
No, dude, this is a lot.
It is a lot.
Pumping in here, yeah.
No, it's it's good. If you keep forcing yourself to come here.
I can't read those little.
This says Neek, Eek, Berak, Gook, Suk, Suek, Hayek. And that is Nor, Nork. Right? Nor is Ni, Su, Gu, Suek. Nor, Nork. This is called I believe it's called what is it, ergative suffix, I think. This K, this is very unique to Basque and crucial of the language. Ni nice, Neek, doot. The K, the Nork, the K gets added to Ni, and it becomes Neek, and it changes the verb. Okay? Ni at the end nice, but Neek, Ogeta la urte litut. I am Etienne, but I have 24 years. Right? I mean, is that totally crazy? It's wild. It's completely different.
So just the K, adding the K changes the.
It changes the meaning. Yeah. It changes.
How, everything, how you use it.
Correct. This is very foreign and very odd to us because we say, I have 24 bottles of beer, and I am Etíen, right? That arguably, because there's no identifier, there's nothing that indicates a difference in what you were talking about. That's purely contextual in English. Basque, it's so straightforward. Ni and nik are different, implying you are talking about different things. The grammar changes, right? So you never say nik Etíen nice. No. Ni Etíen nice. I am Etíen. And you never say ni ogeta la urte ditut. No, nik. I have 24 years, right? And then again, this is I can't explain this chart to you why it's like this nork, and why these are the same thing. But you see how, right? This exposure is good. But this is so this is right. This is nik, right? This is nik, suk, suek, hayek, right? And this is why it's called nork. This is nork, right? This is nik, su. Is follow?
Yeah.
This is suk, ni. Okay, this is always nork. This is always nik, berak, guk, suk, suek, hayek. And this is always ni, bera, gu, su, suek, always has that K. Hayek always has that K. Okay? This is in English, and I'm going to do a poor job explaining this. In English, there is nothing nothing in the word, in the language, that indicates who loves who. It's only the placement. Okay? I love you is different than you love me. Only because they're backwards, right? In Basque, nork, maiteidu, nor. Who loves who? Nork, right? This is this taught me a lot. This is a great saying in Basque. You're gonna want to write this down. Nork estu maite askata shuna. Nork estu maite askata shuna.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what this word means. You know, all of you know every other word up here.
Freedom. My day life. Okay, so freedom doesn't make sense.
Who loves freedom? No. Who loves freedom?
As do
Yeah, but you're talking about do is you.
so, but
This is wonderful that you guys are talking
S
about
is
Who loves
okay.
freedom?
The S is no.
Yeah,
Nork.
I have no idea what north.
Yeah, no, it's
who?
okay.
But
Yeah,
do-
No, Nor. N-O-R is who.
I have an idea about what this says.
And
Nork,
S.
it's a question. Nork estu maite askata shuna.
Do
Who
you?
doesn't love freedom?
Who doesn't love freedom?
So
Who
who?
doesn't love freedom? Who doesn't love freedom?
So S turns into.
Where's the
doesn't.
Yeah, where's the doesn't?
Right.
S do.
Who,
Right, so in
doesn't
Basque,
is-
S,
Is
I
no.
told you, you know every word up here,
No who.
except this one. S means no, right?
Oh,
It
S,
does not.
S in Basque,
no.
and it doesn't have like it does in English. No, not, doesn't, will not. All of those, it's called it's declined with a no, S, right? And so, nork es du is who doesn't. Nork es du is who doesn't, okay? Love freedom. Nork es du maite ashkata shunu, right?
Let's do this.
Nik maiteut ashkata shunu. Nik maiteut.
I love.
Yeah,
I love
Right?
freedom.
I love freedom. This,
neat.
you cannot say ni
Yeah.
maite nice ashkata shuna. That is not what that is. Nik maiteut ashkata shuna. I love freedom. Nik maiteut ashkuleria. I love the Basque country. Okay? You guys fall, I mean, this is a really good example sentence. When I first, this was one where I had a very poor grasp of what this was, of Nork. And when I read this, I understood it. Because I knew Nor, right? I knew, I put it together where it was like, who doesn't love freedom, right? Nork es du maite ashkata shunu. You guys have questions about this?
I get hung up on the do.
The do?
Yeah.
And what do you mean? We're going so far ahead.
Do.
The fact that
We
you're.
gotta go back to first.
Did you take away the S?
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the bus. Which bus exactly?
Where is that to us?
Right.
Okay, so I can't
The
find
what?
Still
What was
waiting.
Well, number one, I don't understand church, and I allow myself not to understand it.
Yes, it's good. Just the fact that you're seeing it.
Yeah, and
is-
I'm okay with that. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, the first time you posted, I didn't even write it down.
Yeah, good. You don't
That's it.
have to. You don't have to. No.
But don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah. It's
It'll-
okay.
it'll
It's
come.
okay.
It's just.
This is
But on that sentence, the only thing I got hung up on was do,
right. Nork es du maite.
and I'm still hung up on it.
You-
And then your second one, doot. I mean, I hear it all the time, and
In a verb, is that to do? No.
What?
That's-
The do?
The do? This?
Yeah.
No. Do does not mean do.
Right, what does it mean?
It means
That'd be
it
awesome.
doesn't mean nothing.
That's-
These verbs, it's crazy. Okay, listen.
that's my
Listen,
my
listen.
point
I see
is,
what you're saying, yeah.
Right,
my point,
right.
you know-
It's wild. Okay, listen.
and then you hear it all the time.
Right.
Ikusten doet. I mean, what the hell?
This is how I want you to know this. You gotta learn it for what it is.
Is and accept it.
Right. Not for.
Yeah.
Not you can again. This is powerful. You're better off not knowing what it means in English
Just
and
use it.
knowing what it is in Basque.
Yeah.
And this is what it's going to have to be. I
Yeah.
do my best to try to translate what this means in English. Giving you those two examples, it means I have 24 years, right? But it also means I see,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You cannot say ikusten nice,
Right.
right? Okay. Again, you can, okay? But in a different way, using that verb adi, ikusten adi nice. I am in the act of seeing. I am seeing. Ikusten adi nice. Ikasten adi nice. Right now. But I see, ikusten lut. I see. Okay?
Mhm.
It's all crazy. This is crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, okay, but this is the thing.
So that's just emphasizing the do to the doot. it?
No, so, right, so, okay, so this is what I want you to see. So this is huge. This is a marker. This K tells you everything. Nork es du maite ashkata shuna. But can you tell me what that says?
Where is your house?
No.
Or where's your home? No.
Nor
Where?
Nor che andago. Not where. No, there's your close. Nor echean dago. Nor echean dago. Ni es nago echean. Jetin nago. Banya nor echean dago.
When?
Who is at home?
That's all right.
Who is at home? Right? No. It's okay. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, look.
Who is that?
Look, who is at home? Nor. Echean. Right? Not Nork.
No.
I expect none of you to walk out of here with even the slightest grasp on what I'm discussing. This is pure exposure.
So could you take away the K?
In this sentence?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolute. That means not. That is Chinese. If you say Nor es du maite ashkata shuna, they'll go, he's missing the K. Because what you're really saying is it doesn't make sense, right? And I can't explain. This is the thing. It's like I can only go so far to translate these things into English and tell you. If you can study, if you can understand that ikushtenlut means I see, that Klasea noa means I'm going to class. If you can study these things and know what they mean, know that that's what that means, and actually be able to use it, be able to say it correctly, it will just become, you won't even necessarily recognize that you fully understand it, but you will understand when somebody says it to you, and you will be able to say it back to somebody else, right? That's huge. That's all that it is, right? So, look, enough with this. This is crazy. And this is, does anybody need water or anything? So, this is where language is really powerful. Language is not just words. It's not just a vocab list. It is how words and verbs are used in sentences to convey an idea, a message. You can study vocab words all you want, but if you do not study how they are used in sentences with each other, you will know nothing. And it's a very quick, it's a very easy way to expedite the learning process, is just studying sentences. And if you can say coherently, I am going to class, I am at home, I am 24 years old. If you can say those things, you can look at that and go, oh look, I don't know what dusu means, but I know how to say how old I am, and it's correct, right? That is it. And when you read it, you can read it and go, I know what that says, right? I'm gonna give you guys a new packet. I'm just trying to break up as much of this as I can to give you guys good information where we do not stagnate. Stagnation sucks. This is the introductory unit out of a different one, okay? First thing, okay? This is not colloquial Basque. This is a book oriented towards grammar, okay? There's a great dialogue in here.
What's the name of the book?
It's called Yep, it's a great book. So what we're going to do is we're just going to read some of this. This intro dialogue is incredible. It's very good. Because it's all very simple stuff. I'm going to just read you guys this. I mean, I'm sure you're already reading it. I don't even know if I have to. I'll just read the Basque pronunciation. You guys can read the dialects of Basque. By far the best way to learn to pronounce a language is by listening and imitating. As a second best, the following guide is offered. Not all Basques pronounce identically. Here, a simple and rather neutral form of pronunciation is described that the student may use as a starting point. We'll begin by looking at a simple conversation that might take place between two acquaintances who bump into each other on a street in the town of San Sebastian. What we'll do is, I'll say the words first, and then you guys just repeat them, okay? So, this is meeting a friend. Epa.
Epa.
Egunon.
Egunon.
Baita suri ere.
Baita suri
Last word?
Ere.
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 Baita suri ere.
First page on the
Open
bottom.
that thing up.
Okay.
Yep, we're right here, okay?
Okay.
I'm reading them and you guys follow. Servolus.
Sermodu.
Ongi etasu.
Ongi etasu.
Ongi.
Ongi.
Nundago sure laguna.
Nun dago sure laguna.
Echeandago.
Echiendago.
Nora soas orai.
Sora.
Nora soas orai. Nora
Sora.
soas.
Soas.
Nora soas orai. Echera etasu.
Echera etasu.
Ni klashera noa.
Ni Klasea noa.
Nundago sure klashea.
Nun dago suri Klasea. Genti.
Orishe groshen.
Groshen.
Sure echea ere groshen dago es.
Suria eche ere gosan dago es.
By
By
sure king yuango nice.
Sure King Yon. Say that again.
Yuango
Yoan.
or Juango. Whatever's easier. Juango. Jun.
Wango is
nice.
nice. Sure King
Coche arekin etorri zara.
Coche ere akien etorri Sara.
Es. Oñez.
Es. Oyes.
Akarrekin yuango gara.
Ikarekin yo. Yo. Man, I can't. say
Yeah, that one's a little
hard.
Ederki. Ederki.
Reki.
Yerki. Yarki.
Shongo.
Shango.
Shango.
This is
Gara.
a wonderful wonderful conversation.
I want to make a statement that has nothing to do
Please.
with what you're doing right now. Your grandfather, one time he told me when the Basque people first saw a bicycle, they called it a machine between the legs. Is it still called that?
Could be. They say bicicleta.
That's what?
They say bicicleta.
Yeah.
There is another
In other
word.
words, they,
There is another word. I always forget it, and it is a very Basque word, and it is probably that leg machine or something.
oh, leg machine, okay. All right.
You're okay. So, this is the introductory unit. I mean, this conversation. This is incredible because it shows you all of these elements that I'm trying to expose you to, right? So, you know, sermolus, you guys know that one. How are you, right?
How are you?
Ongi, etasu, right? Good and you. Nundago sure laguna. Where is your friend? Nundago, where is? Sure laguna, your friend, right? Etíen Dago, he is at home. Nora soas. Nora soas. Where are you going? Right? That's a new verb you guys have not been exposed to. Just like these, nor, dude. Just like nor, nice. There is a verb, there's a family of verbs for going. Going. And that is Noah, doa, right? But ni Noah, susoas, gugoas, suexoaste, hayek doas, berab doa, right? Those verbs, that Noah, that only means I am going. There cannot be ni ogeta laurte Noah. No. Right? That means I'm going, right? We don't have these in English. Once you learn to identify them, this is all in good time. I mean, this is really good stuff. It can only mean one thing, right? These verbs, the fact that there are verbs specific to these specific actions is incredible. Right? Nora soas, right? Where to where? Nora. Right? You guys know. You guys know noon, right? What is noon?
Where?
Where? Noon. The suffix ra means to. To. Okay? Just like I told you what ko means. Will.
Yeah, RA is 2.
RA is to.
Okay.
In English, we don't say this. We don't say I am going to home. Right? We just say I'm going home. If you really try to analyze that, that makes no sense. It only makes sense because we all know it to make sense. I am going home. I am going home. You know, you could say, you know, I mean, it literally doesn't make sense. I am going home. There's no indication of a direction, right? Going is a verb, to be going, but when you're going somewhere, you're always going to somewhere, always, right? It's omitted in English. It's not even a part of it. You don't ever say I'm going to home. In Basque, you have to use this, RA. So noon becomes nora. Where to? Where to? Nora. Soas. See how incredible this is? 2 words in Basque. Nora soas. 5 words in English. Where are you going to? Where to are you going? right? Tell me which one's easier to learn.
2 words.
One with, yeah. What's easier to learn, skiing or snowboarding? Snowboarding.
Because you got one.
You're stuck to one thing, both feet. You can only go one direction. Skis, 2 feet in 2 different skis, and 2 hands in 2 different poles. Right? I promise you snowboarding is easier to learn. Right? From childhood, from a kid, doesn't matter. Kids pick up anything so quickly. From adulthood, the simpler the better. If you can start out with less things to have to worry about, you're gonna go, it's a lot quicker. It really is. This is 2 words. This only means one thing. Where are you going? Nora soas. Right?
2.
Etchera. Etchera. What does this mean? Etchera. To home. To home. Eche, home, house. Etchera. To home. In English, when somebody asks you where are you going, you just say where you're going. You say home, the store, right? You don't say, occasionally you'll say to the store or, to home, right? But we don't need that. In Basque, we need it. You cannot just say echea. You cannot just say echea. You have to say echera, to home, right? All of the stuff, all of the information is in the words. It's always there, okay? Mi Klasea Noah. Okay. These verbs, Noah, soas. Those are from the same verbs of to go, right? Identify the differences, right? Z, so this is you are, right? Just like su soas. Banya ni Noah. What does this say? Ni Klasea Noah. I'm going to class. Klasea Noah. Klasea Noah. At least in this moment, are you guys following me?
Mm-hmm. Sort of.
Yeah. I'm not asking you to be able to replicate this, to be able to pull it out, even to remember it. But as I'm going over it, you guys are not completely spellbound by this. This is, we're both speaking the same 2 languages, aren't we? Yeah. Ni Klasea Noah. Su, Etchera soas. You are going home. Ni Klasea Noah. I'm going home. I'm going to class. Right?
So if you weren't going to class, if you wanted to make a negative,
How do you think you would do that?
you got this in there somewhere.
Yeah. And so it changes a little bit, but nothing. You're right. All you do is
No.
all you
It's
do is
Noah.
es Noah.
It's Noah. Ni, Kasser, is Noah.
Right. Declination, when you decline it, when it's a no, the verb does not go at the end. It always goes before. So how would you say that? Es Noah.
Kasser.
Es Noah Klasea. I'm not going to class. Es Noah Klasea. Right? I'm not going to class. I mean, how much easier does it get? In English, you say, I'm going to class, or I am not going to class, right? In Basque, ni Klasea Noah, or es Noah Klasea, right? Nun nago zure Klasea. What does that say? We haven't gone over this.
Nundago.
Sure. Sure means your. Your. What was that?
Like you for,
No. This is just your singular, your. Nundago sure Klasea.
Where is your class?
Where is your class? You guys get that? Nundago. Nundago Donostiako autobusha. Yep. Da nundago sure Klasea. Where is your class? Etíen dago. What does that say? At the JT.
So En is at.
At, in, on, or at,
Okay.
right? At the JT. Etíen dago. Groshen dago.
That's a new one though. We haven't gone over that. En. Have
Yeah,
we?
a little bit. I think we went over just a little, We're going over a lot of stuff. This takes a long time to assimilate, to actually be able to recall and to use and to have a function over. Again, just exposing you guys to it. Questions? Nora soas. What does that mean?
Norda.
Nora soas. Nora soas.
where are you going?
Where are you going? Klasea Noah. Going to class. Klasea Noah. Etchera Noah.
Oh, go.
I'm going home. Right? Right? In English, tell me how confusing this is. I am Etíen. I am going home. I am 24 years old. My class is in the JT. Right? We use, that I am, it's you are going to class, you are Robert, you are 50 years old, right? You are all these things, right? But that's not the case in Basque. Okay? The verbs are different. It's a good thing. The verbs tell you everything. Right? And again, this is a lot, right? Like this is all brand new stuff. This is a completely different language, right? It's easy to feel like overwhelmed, to get discouraged, but it's just as easy to feel good by it. This sheet, right? And I'm going to give all of you guys one day. Okay? This is all of that, right? This is to go, to be, to come, would, could, should, I have, I am, I give you, right? This is it. This is it, right? It's a lot at first. You're going, God dang, why can't I just say, I am for all these things, right? No, because there's verbs for it, right? There's not an infinite amount of them. There's only so many, right? And you start slow. If you can remember these, like you guys just did, 3 weeks ago you guys were not familiar with these, no? Not at all. And now you can identify what these mean. You know what these mean without having to look at notes. Ni nice, I am. Susada, you are. Gugara, we are. Suek sarete. That will become the same thing for Noah, Soas, Goas, Doa. You are going, I am going, he is going, we are going. Right? You learn these, you learn the next one. You learn the next one. You learn which suffix is used with which verb. It's only, I mean, it's straightforward. I mean, it is. It's brand new, and so it's a lot, right? And I'm going over a lot, which is, whatever. But
For the exposure.
exactly. There are some more pronunciation exercises on this page. Oh, here's a good one before we. Another suffix. Does anybody know what a coche is? Cochea. Sure you do. It's the same word in English. Yeah, what's a coach? We don't use that word. But there was a time when that was the word,
Like a horse and buggy coach.
Exactly, a coach. Right? A coach. Cochea is car. Cochea. Also, autoa. An auto. Same word. Right? Spelled differently, pronounced differently. Same word. Coche. This suffix, arekin, ekin. This means with.
Badakigu.
Arekin. Ekin. Arekin. Right? What is this saying? Coche arekin.
With car.
With what? Yep, with a car. Right? Coche arekin. With a car. Coche arekin. Coche arekin etorri sara. Can anybody tell me what etorri means?
Did?
What?
Did?
Tori.
Come.
Means with the car did you come?
Come. Ongi etorri. Welcome. Right? Ongi etorri. Welcome. Right. And that's very good. The fact that the connection is like that in your head is very good, because that's what you have to do. You have to go. I mean, it's when it first starts out, like for me, it was like, okay, I learned some of these suffixes. I know that akin means with, right? I know that ra means to. I mean, I know that go or ko means of or from, right? You might not know what the word means, but you read a sentence and you go, I know it's saying with something, right? That's incredible. That is very, very good to do that. You just want to start picking things out, right? When you read stuff. You're not going to know the whole sentence. It's going to take a while before you do, right? But to be able to know that a key always means with. Doesn't mean anything else, right? So, you guys, what's this mean? What's Sara mean? Yeah? You are means you are. Sara, su Sara. Nor Sara stu. Who are you? Right? This is where the direct translation in English it fails. You can only take it for what it means. It doesn't directly translate. Okay? Can anybody just take a guess what this means? Coche arekin etorri sara.
Did you come with the car?
Did you come with a car? Bingo.
I cheated. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
It's right there.
Yeah. Did you come with a car? Coche arekin etorri sara. Did you come with a car?
But yeah, it doesn't really, when they write it out right here, it's with the car did you come?
Right, with the car did you come? Because he's trying to give it to you as straightforward,
Yeah.
right? So you're not just totally baffled by the word order and everything. But that's what it means. We never say with a car did you come. We say did you come with, and we don't ever say with a car. We say, you know, did you come in a car? Did you come by car? Right? But with a car is straightforward. I mean, what does that mean? It means did you come with a car? Whether you were driving it, towing it, I mean, you came with a car, right? I mean, that's what it is, right? Right? Kochiara kine etorri zara. Right? This cannot be Kochiara kin etorri dusu. Dusu, S. Sara, susara, right? Dusu. It's because of this verb. This is the chief verb. Alitz nagushia. Etorri, and okay. So the difference between the verbs. This is in languages. Is transitive. There's transitive verbs and intransitive. Okay. Transitive verbs and intransitive. And just so I confuse the life out of them. Okay? I can tell you, hold on. Intransitive, these are intransitive. Intransitive is ni nice, susara, gugara, this is intransitive.
What does that mean?
What does it mean?
Those words, big words that you just.
Intransitive means, yeah, not transitive. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. These are transitive verbs. Okay? This doesn't have to make any sense to you. All that it has to make sense is that they're different.
Oh, okay.
Is that they're not the same thing. They mean something different from each other. An intransitive verb is always I am, right? I am, I came, I went, I walk, right? Kochebat ikushinusu. Anybody have a guess what that means? No, you're good. You guys are close. You're close with the. Don't say I see a car to you. No. Kochebat ikushinusu.
One car.
Yep, a car.
One car or a car.
Yep, a car.
Do you see a car? Do you see one car?
Okay.
A car.
Almost there.
See.
Did you see?
Did you? Okay, where did
Right. That is only because this is the infinitive. Just like this is the infinitive. Etorri, nikushi. Etorri sara can only be the past tense. Etorri sara, you came. Ikushi lusu, did you see? You see, right? Did you see? Or you saw, right? Kochibati ikushi lusu. I'm just showing you. These are
Past
main.
tense.
These are main verbs. This is an intransitive verb.
the past tense?
the fact that it's intransitive, and it's the main verb, the fact that it's intransitive and the infinitive of this verb form, the etorri, is what makes it past tense, right? This is intransitive, this is transitive. You only use transitive verbs, sara, you only use intransitive verbs with intransitive verbs. You only use transitive verbs with transitive verbs. And learning that, I mean, you're not going to be able to know right off the bat if that's a transitive verb or not, right? Because it comes with time, it comes with exposure to it, right? But koche bati kushiusu, or koche arakin etorri sara. Did you come with a car? Did you see a car? In English, did you state it's the same, right?
Yeah.
In Basque, it's not. Okay? For reasons unbeknownst to me. This is very high level stuff. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you. And I don't want to muddy your waters. You guys are all doing very good with paying attention to this and not just being like, okay, I don't even have a clue. If you can study that sentence and know that that means, did you see a car? And if you can study that sentence and know that that means, did you come with a car? And know that these two are not interchangeable. That is how you will get this.
Right down here.
Huh?
If you shoot down right here,
It's all in there.
17. It's pretty much telling you the same thing he is right now. Right?
Okay. Questions?
Because they're saying
It's very good that you're all discussing.
yeah.
Tori Zara is
Yeah.
come.
What are
did
you discussing?
Did you come?
The past tense.
Right.
It
Etorri sara.
And it
Right,
tells you
right.
each one.
Right.
So it's because of the verb.
It's because of the main verb,
Right.
exactly. So if this were
See, I didn't do good in English, let alone Basque.
ikushten,
I didn't even fucking ask.
right, do you see the car?
But
Because this is the
this
habitual
is that one that he put up there.
verb.
that you
This is
didn't
the
read,
habitual tense. This literally means seeing.
Shuriken,
Right?
Tori Zara
Seeing.
is right
It means
in this.
do you seeing a car?
And
It
then
means,
they
do
give
you
you the-
see a car? Right?
Come out, but
Right. This is everything. This main verb determines, right?
like at Tori
Koche
Zara
bati
is,
kushinusu.
did you come?
Do you see a car? Koche bati kushinusu. Did you see a car? Right? It's good that's clicking. Is that making sense? And it doesn't have to. It absolutely does not have to. This is like
But it's not.
no, it's wild stuff. You know, you're picking away right now. And that's all it is. You're just getting your,
Still getting weird on the deuce.
This is over here.
Yeah, this is what's fucking me up right
yeah.
But those are
This
just,
is crazy. No,
That's-
this is all crazy.
That's
So what if you do will?
But that's just describing who and
How
what
would
you're talking
how
to
do you think?
or about.
Okay, you know how to say will, ko, right? So I'm gonna go back to the infinitive. That's a great question. How do you say will you see a car? You can do it. It's right here. Yeah, he said it? Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Run.
Kochebate kushikolusu.
Of.
Will.
I thought KO was of.
Right, it is. No. It's okay. This is the thing, Robert. You cannot say of see. You can't say that in English. You can say from Gardnerville, from over there, right? Of the mountain.
So KO it also means will.
Will.
So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So it could be of and will.
Right.
Okay.
You can only say from or of from a noun. Right? This is a verb,
Right.
right? And they're really not that far fetched. As open as you can make your mind in regards to this stuff, the better off you are. To just take it for what it is. Okay?
Of or will, which is fine. I have no problem.
Yeah.
I didn't.
In my
KO
head-
was of always.
Yeah.
Didn't realize will too, which is fine. There's
Right.
probably another one coming up.
Oh yeah.
KO.
In my head, when I learned that two things, when something can be two things, I try to make them connect in my head. You have to. You have to draw a correlation. And I can't explain it, but in my head, when I see ko, I go, will, the future tense, and of or from something are related. In my head, they are. And I can't explain, that's a conclusion I had to draw. I had to come to that. But that's what it is. I mean, you look at me, and I'm savvy enough, and I'm not bragging, I'm saying this so because all of you are plenty savvy enough to do this, to take it upon yourself and look at that word. What is it on, right? Gardnerville ko, Mendiko, Will Mountain, Mendiko,
Yeah.
Will Mountain. That don't make any. That's not a thing.
But of
The mountain,
Mountain.
right? Of mountain,
of yeah.
right? Ikushiko, from sea, of sea. Doesn't make any sense. No, will see. I will see something. Absolutely, right? That will come about. It just is what it is.
No problem.
Is
there
what it
another
Oh, yeah.
word for oh God.
For what? For what?
For KO?
No,
Is it
no.
just those two?
No.
Will and of.
Will and of.
Then I'm good with that. I can work through that.
Yeah. No, and there's but that's just with KO,
Well, that's all right.
right?
But
right?
that's
Questions? No. Are you
we don't-
scared to
we don't
ask?
dare.
asking.
we don't dare ask.
Nobody asked anything. Right. Okay, so. I know we're wrapping up. Unless you guys want to stay here all night. So, back to the original packet. I gave you guys that new packet.
This one?
Yep, I
Okay.
encourage you to read that over this next week.
Okay.
Read it, reread it, expose yourself to pronouncing it. Try to do your best to understand it, to make sense of it, to recall in your head, where, to be able to say, noras toas, know what that means, without looking at it. And this is how you gotta do it, like, I encourage you, you'd be amazed at how many times in a day that you say something like that. I'm going to the store. Or, I will be home soon, right? All of these things, you have the tools to say these things in Basque. You're gonna have to build them. And if you do it wrong 1,000 times, when you get it correct, it will stick. And so do not shun yourself. Do not go, don't think about it for 5 seconds and go, shit, I forgot. Hack it together. Miss words. And go, I think that's right, And then go back and look at it. Look at your notes, look at these, and go, wow, I did not say that correctly. And I remember I knew I was missing a word. And little by little, you will go, and it will all come to, right? And it's intimidating at first to go, the desire to speak is probably one of the most crucial things about learning the language. The desire to speak it. You have to have that desire. If you don't, you can study all you want, but if you're not willing to shamelessly say things, say them incorrectly, not know what you're saying, you might as well just quit now. I mean, you're gonna horrendously say things, but you're saying things.
Right.
The grammar might be totally wrong, the words might be wrong, the order they're in. You might be using the wrong verbs, the wrong tenses, but you're making a connection. You're trying to say something, you're saying something, and then you're going back, revising it, and understanding where you incorrectly said something, or not, or whatever. You guys follow what I'm saying? And so the last time I told you guys to read through to strategies for communication, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
How many of you guys read to there? All right. It's on the other packet, Grandma.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It's all right. Yep. So that whole vocabulary list, did you guys go over that?
Mm-hmm.
Just a few more minutes if you guys have it. Just gonna, what was that? I'm just gonna ask you guys if you can tell me what the words mean. Aita.
Father.
Father.
Father. Aita. Ama.
Mother.
Mother. Banya.
But.
But. Very good. Banya. Banya. Bera.
He, she,
Yeah.
he, she, or
Right.
him or her. Right?
Bere.
That's its and hers.
Bere is his,
Or
hers,
its and its.
it's possessive. BC da.
Live.
Lives. BC da. Right? BC nice.
I live.
I live. Very good. BC Sara.
You live.
Oshombe. Donostiara.
Sorry. Ara was the suffix of,
Yeah.
it's a suffix
Yeah, it's from Donosti.
From.
Donostian.
from.
Right? So how you were saying, is there any more for co? Right? No. There's more for RA though. Right? RA means two.
Right.
Ra, the chera, right? Two. A double R, a ra, means a native of. Right? So Gardnerville Lara is a Gardnervillian. Right? A native of Gardnerville. Donostiara. And you'll hear this, they say this. Donostiara, Unyatira, Lascaura, right? From Donosti, right? It's different, it's not a straight up RA, it's a double RA, right?
Right.
Ede,
ETE is I'm not looking at my notes.
Yep, two also.
Two.
Ere. Ere. Ni ere vai. Me too. Scotia, Scotland.
Yeah.
Eta.
And
And. Esquaduna.
Basque. Okay, Mom?
Wasn't a chip.
Huh?
Wasn't a chip.
Oh, shondo.
Me voy a mi casa.
Guasen a chip. Oh,
Wasn't
shondo.
a chip.
You know what you're saying?
Yeah, let's go home.
Let's go home.
I
Guys, just kick ass. She's telling the teacher.
have to go.
No.
I would love to stay, but I have to go.
Absolutely.
Lori's gonna call me at 5:30. Lori's in Klaseetara.
Right on.
Like Klaseetara.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why I have.
I love you, Grandma.
I love you.
My disciple.
And he's a little associate. Oh. Huh? My kids.
Familia.
Yeah.
Family.
I have to go to the bathroom.
That's weird. So that's the same, pronounced the same in Spanish too?
Yep, familia. Familia. Koa. The suffix koa.
That means of.
Yep, from of. It's nice.
Yeah, no, you could.
I.
Nice?
Yeah.
I am. Nere.
Oh, forgot.
Mine. Yep.
Nere?
Nere. Ni.
I.
Nungua.
Where are you going? No, no.
Where from?
Where from?
Nungua. Nungua Sara.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? Sara. More. Su. Sure.
You plural?
Your. Sure. Your.
Your.
Right? So you see those things? Me. Me. Nere. Mine. Su. You. Sure. Your. Right? It's just like English where, they're not completely different words, right? Nere, nire, and me, right? I, me, and mine. Su, you, sure, your, right? It comes from it, right? Questions about those? All right. Well, that was a good class for me.
It was good.
How did that
So,
feel?
what did you assign? You assigned us this.
Yeah, just
But
to read it. You
are
guys,
we
I'll put you
continuing
guys
on
ahead.
on this? You did you say we're, because we stopped at strategies for communication.
Yeah, so I would reread that, whatever, all the things that I've told you to read up to this point, just reread
Okay.
them, keep rereading them.
Sorry,
Shariatio.
Adiós, ma.
Yeah, yeah, very good.
Okay, we're gonna be hunting next Sunday, so, are we gonna have to, are we gonna be going next Sunday?
I'm not giving you anything new to go over.
Even next week?
Yeah, except that new packet. Just start
Okay,
reading
cool.
that.
And the
Start reading
following.
it.
Huh?
And the following.
Right, but
Start
we're not,
transcribing it.
we're
We'll
gonna,
just read everything.
Yeah,
Good.
no, nobody's gonna get too behind. There's people here today. There's people that aren't here today. Next class, when they're here, we're gonna keep going over this same stuff. It's not gonna be the same exact class with everything we went over. I'll give you guys, expose you guys to a lot of stuff. Try not to, assimilate anything too quickly, but just be exposed to it, to see it. It's very good stuff. Any feedback? Anybody want to tell me?
I think it's even better. It feels more
It's kind
familiar.
of clicking a little
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good, as it should. Yeah, from first class to now, for
Yeah,
sure.
which you wouldn't think that would be that changed, but I feel better.
It does. No, and even myself, when I come in here, I'm like, oh, it's and that's good. That's how everybody should be more comfortable, be a little more at ease when it comes to answering questions, pronouncing things. Nobody's looking at you. It's all So it's good, and the comfort is a good thing. And again, it's this is a different language. It's not just going to be like, oh, I get it. It's the exposure, it's the gradual, and like I said, you guys know this. You didn't know this 3 weeks ago. I am,
Right.
you are. You didn't know all these things, and so it's like it's easy to look at this and go, I don't know what that is. I am lost. But you got to look back at what you didn't know, and then what you do know now. All right? You got to keep yourself in check. So.
Awesome.
Osho.
Adios.
Adios.
Adios.